Hi there, I'm Lee, welcome to iMineBlocks. In today's video I'll be showing you how to BIOS mod your RX560 graphics cards to get the best performance from them when mining your crypto coins. So first I'll just show you the miner running. In this machine I've got two graphics cards. I have a RX560 and also a 570. You can see GPU 0 is the 560 and it's a 4GB card for your reference. On the right hand side you can see MSI Afterburner, and these are the clock speeds that I'll be using for the test or also for the verification to see whether this BIOS mod has improved our performance. So you can see I'm using a core clock of 1100 MHz and the memory is at 2000 MHz. Normally when I'm mining Ethereum in Ethereum only mode, the miner will run at 12.25 mega hashes, that kind of area. So I'll just give it an extra second or two to update. So you can see here it's 12.235, so that's fairly standard as I get at the moment. By the way, I'm also using the blockchain compute drivers, so I'll leave all those other things the same. Now I'll close the miner and also MSI Afterburner. Just reset the clocks and then close it. And now I'll show you how to do the BIOS modification. So you will need a few tools, but it's pretty straightforward. So you need 4 different tools. I'll link all of the tools that you require in the video description. Just to quickly show you the first one, it's GPU Z, GPU Z, and we're not necessarily using this tool, but it's a good tool to use in general because it gives you some information regarding your graphics card. So I've got at the bottom, I've selected the RX560. So you can see the memory brand version there. Sometimes that's useful and helpful when BIOS modding, but now it's a much simpler affair. In any case, so we can close that, we don't need that now. So the first part we are going to do is we need to extract the BIOS from our graphics card. So you go to AtiWinFlash and we want to run it as an administrator. You want to select your correct graphics card, so we want to choose the RX560. Then we want to select save, and it's going to ask you for a location and also a file name. You can see I've done this once already, so we want RX560-original, and you want to make sure you save it as a .rom file, and then click on save, and we just need to wait for the confirmation. Continue. That's okay, we're finished here, we can close that now. So now we have our original BIOS backed up. We can now use this BIOS editor, Polaris BIOS editor. Again, we want to run it as an administrator. You'll get a information or warning about using or disabling secure boot. For most people this will not apply, so you can click on yes. In the BIOS editor, we want to open up the BIOS that we just saved. To open it, and then we want to click this one-click timing patch. To click OK, and then we want to save as. So I'm going to select the original, and I'm going to adjust it, and we're going to call this one the modded BIOS. And I'm going to save it. So now we're finished with this. Close it. Now if you go back to the AtiWinFlash, so you select it, again run as an administrator. So this time, again, just make sure you select your correct graphics card. So on the RX560, we're going to load image. The image that we're going to load is the modded BIOS. So we're going to select that. And then we're going to select program, which is going to flash the graphics card. It will take about 30 seconds to complete normally. If it doesn't complete in a fairly short amount of time, 30 seconds to 1 minute, just give it plenty of time. Sometimes it can take a couple of minutes, but just leave it as long as required. So it confirms that the BIOS was flashed successfully, which is a good sign. And then it's going to ask us to reboot, but we want to say no, we don't want to reboot it just yet. So we're going to say no. And then okay, we are finished with that for the time being. So now we want to run the Pixel Patcher. Again, I'm going to run as an administrator. So it's going to say it's found some details, and do we want to patch the driver? So we want to say yes. It's being patched and signed. So now we're ready to reboot. So the machine has restarted and we are back into Windows now. Firstly, I'll run MSI Afterburner and just set those GPU clocks as we had them before. So RX560. That sets up 1100 and 2000. And now I will run the Claymore's dual ETH miner. It's running in Ethereum only mode again. And we'll see whether we have any improvement on our hash rate. The first result is in at 13.2 mega hashes. Let's see if it updates and see if we can get a little bit more from it. 13.9, so that looks like it's the level that's going to kind of settle at. I'll probably do a little bit more tweaking with this. I'm not sure if I just use the slider. I might have to adjust the settings to see if we can go. I run some of my other RX560s at 2100, so I think I can probably do it with that, but I need to unlock it first. Yeah. I'll have to do that afterwards. Okay, I'll save that extra part for another day. I'm going to run it at 2100. I think I can run these cards at 2100. In fact, I'll do that now quickly because it might benefit you guys. So with the same clock speeds as I had originally, we are getting 13.9 mega hashes. So that's an improvement. I'm very pleased with that. And now let's just take the core memory up a little notch again and see if we can get above 14 mega hashes. Just need to do a quick reboot. Okay, back into Windows. I've started the miner and also MSI Afterburner. You can see we've got a little bit of extra room to adjust the clock speeds. So first I'll let that just run to the normal number as it did before, which is 13.9 mega hashes. And then I'll adjust it to 2100. And we can see what difference that makes. So we've got 13.9 mega hashes. Let's run it at 2100 on the memory. I'm pretty sure I used 2100 on my SMOS mining rig. So you should be able to run it here and see whether that gets us a little bit of extra improvement. Oh, well, unfortunately not. We're not quite getting that extra that I wanted. So 13.95 mega hashes. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you found it useful to modify your RX560 cards. Any questions or comments, put those in the comments area below and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Till next one, thank you, bye.